What is the deal, y'all? Hey, what's up? You know who this is. This is Lily. This is the Ish We Talk. Tonight we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. Some things are gonna upset you. Some things are probably not gonna upset you, and some things you probably not gonna care about. We're gonna talk about Adin Ross. We're also gonna talk about that beautiful woman that got to see her heavenly father because of some foul guy. And then we're also going to talk about Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps. It's a lot we're going to do. And of course, we take lefts. I want you to tune in and love every bit about it. If you don't like it, say something about it, and then I'm going to say something to you. Because guess what? Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. But as always, take care of yourself and others and tune in to the Ish We Talk.
Hey,
What up? What up? What up? What's going on, Lizzie?
nothing much. How are you?
Man, I can't complain. I am living life like it's bronze. I ain't got golden yet.
You getting the gold?
I'm getting there though.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all gonna get there.
And that's what's up. That's what's up. So, you ready to get into these topics today?
Let's get into these topics.
Okay. So let's start out with some foolishness on the internet. Adin Ross. So, if that name sounds familiar, that's because he is a extremely popular streamer. Um, and I thought he was mixed, but apparently he's not at
No,
all.
he's Jewish.
Yeah. So he is pretty problematic though. Um, he's always like getting into some type of controversy. And the latest one, he was saying some disparaging things about Dolce, and Glasses Malone, in so many words, told him to shut the fuck up. And so he contacted Whack 100 and was trying to get Whack 100 on his side to go after Glasses. And he pretty much was just like, oh, well, I'll go on ahead and handle it, this, that, and the third. But, Glasses Malone was pretty much checking him for his comments towards Dolce. And from what I understand, he makes a lot of negative comments towards Black women. And then, like I said before, he's extremely problematic because he had recently had an athlete on his show, and the athlete was of foreign descent, and he had him doing a a, um, a gesture that was racist, and he didn't know that it was, but Aiden knew it was, so he thought it was funny to play with him like that. Um, but he does a lot of just uncouth things and what have you. The Joe Budden podcast, they spoke on him recently, just talking about this particular situation with Dolce and just other various things that he does that is just disgusting, and how they don't like him and this, that, and the third. And Aiden was with two other black dudes, random dudes, and they were talking to him about Joe Budden. And so he thought that he could talk real greasy to Joe Budden and said, F you. And I'm in your city, you need to pull up. I got security with me, blah, blah, blah. I've never heard nobody like invite somebody to a fight and say I got security with me, but hey, we're living in a new day and age. I guess anything goes. But the main
Well,
thing I
to
wanted
be
to,
quite honest, security been going on since the 90s.
yeah, but to be like,
But to say pull up is a different story. But yeah,
yeah,
people been like, I ain't afraid of the smoke. And then people pull up with a bunch of they like hood dudes, and then
mhm,
you be surprised when you see white men with glasses.
yeah, that's not what I'm saying, because that ain't what he did. He just was like, he was inviting him to a fight for him to say, and then also say, I have security with me. So if you have security with you, then you're obviously not going to fight. So why are you inviting me to a fight? Then why are you telling me you got security? What was the point in that? Like it was weird.
That is
He was
true.
saying it like it was a flex. Like it was weird. But nonetheless, yeah, this is going on, and he does a lot of racist things, and black people apparently just give him passes to do it. And I'm like, why? What is so great about him? You know, that they keep continuously giving him passes. Like he says the N word, he does all kinds of crazy things. And he's getting pass after pass. Like I said, I thought he was mixed, but no, he's not. So, what are your thoughts about Adin Ross?
To be quite fair, and I mean this with the utmost respect to everybody before I say this, but Aiden Ross is Jewish. Aiden Ross not only is Jewish, but he has became a multi-millionaire before the age of 30.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Aiden Ross has never been in a situation
Hi, Trudy.
where somebody would knock the curls out his head in any given situation. So he doesn't have the know-how to
Mm-hmm.
know that there's certain things you cannot say because he lives in this bubble. As much as he streams and as much as he's worldwide and everybody knows him, he still lives in a bubble where he doesn't understand that certain things you say
Yeah.
can bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, especially with just anybody in general, I don't understand how these streamers can say what they want to say and do what they want to do and talk about anybody of race or of gender and get away with certain things.
Mm.
And Aiden Ross has been one of those caveats of an individual who has been able to do that, and he feels like he's untouchable. And I
Yeah.
just, for me, I just wish, and this is my wish, and I'm not saying anything about anybody, but I just want, um, I want one day for Aiden Ross to get a concussion by a trans person. Like I just want I want like a biracial immigrant trans individual to like knock his shit loose.
You
Just because
want this person to be a part of every
I
community.
just want yeah, because you keep on treading on shit because you think you untouchable because you know certain people. Those people don't even do that.
Yeah.
Like I just want you to understand that like the things that you are doing is really gonna cause you physical harm because you're gonna one day you're gonna feel like you're untouchable and you're gonna be walking around because like a person like Aiden Ross feels like certain places aren't dangerous. And that's what's gonna get him messed up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be walking around the streets of Albuquerque, and he's gonna run into an albino lesbian, and they gonna knock the shit out of him.
They gonna knock them Sonic coins out his ass.
And that's the thing. And I'm gonna laugh so hard because it's gonna be streaming because he likes to stream.
Yeah.
And then he gonna say everybody wrong, but like, nah, it's because of what you say to people. Now let's just let's just keep it in check because I said that, but let's just keep it on basis.
Okay.
He has a beef with Dolce because he has this relationship.
Hey, JD.
He has a relationship with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But Dolce did not say what you're saying she said. You're reaching. Now, Dolce has said some crazy stuff. Now, don't even, I'm not going to play devil's advocate on this, but I know Dolce has said some off the wall things, but what you are accusing her of, she did not say. You just don't like her because of your relationship with Drake. But guess what? If anything happens to you, or if you get a bunch of onslaught about this, you know who ain't gonna have your back? Drake.
Yeah.
Why you doing all this extra because you think you got somebody behind you? He ain't gonna help you. Colin Wack ain't gonna help you in the middle of Encino, California, when you have a bunch of autistic, biracial, lesbian. How many other people we talked about? Because I just like, I don't got like paraplegics beat the dog shit out of you. Like, you think Wack gonna go up there and try to defend that shit?
Right.
You on your own, dude.
Right.
All those millions ain't gonna save you.
Thank you, JD, for the populars. Appreciate it. But yeah,
like none of that is gonna save you, and I just don't think he really understands that. I think he lives in a bubble of I make so much money, ain't nobody gonna touch me.
Yeah.
That has been the issue for white men for years, since the 30s, since the 20s, since the 1800s. It's always a white man that thinks they make so much money they untouchable, and you know what ends up happening? They get killed by the hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just be mindful, Adin, because I'm not gonna do any. I ain't about to disrespect you or be on anything. I'm just saying, when that cake is served to you, you gonna eat that bitch cold.
Yep.
I'm talking about fresh out the icebox, 5 days old. Popeye's biscuit times 10. You gonna eat that cake for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you keep on thinking you untouchable until like something random happens to you, and you're not gonna believe the person that actually does it because you don't believe everybody is. You have your fear against people of color, so you're always gonna protect yourself against people of color. That just is what it is. Right. But you're gonna be around where you don't think people of color is gonna be around, and you're gonna get yourself beat up by somebody who identifies as a unicorn. And then the whole story's gonna flip.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't wait for it.
It's crazy. It is really crazy that he's out here being this reckless, and but that's the day and age we live in. We live in that day and age where folks are extremely reckless behind a computer screen. They say stuff to get a rise out of people, or they say things because it's really how they feel, and they feel like they can't be touched. But in real life, everybody gets touched. But they would never say a fraction of the shit that they say online in person. And that's the thing. Like you can't be a keyboard thug, and then be soft as cotton in person.
Yeah, because you can't do nothing. It just,
Right.
I mean, and it's no downplay to Adin Ross. It's a million Adin Rosses out here. So it's no downplay to you. I just need you to watch your tone and what you say about people. And when we talk about Dolce, like what you don't understand is Dolce has a following that is beyond what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you saying these things about her, it's going to get you in a situation where you're not going to realize where you're at, and you're going to get not only your emotions hurt, you're going to get your body hurt.
Yep.
Because nobody pays attention to the little person that just swoops to the side and just be like, I want to take a picture. And you like, yeah, that's cool. And they slap you across the face with a brick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think you're gonna have a bunch of black women that's gonna stand up so you got security for, or a bunch of LA street gangs that's gonna stand up so you got security for. It's not that. It ain't no. Of course, Dolce has that background.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get it twisted. Dolce has a following where you're gonna end up getting slapped by a German who is 6'5", 235 pounds, and identifies as a dog and punches you dead. It just is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much the gist of it. So, is what it is. Hey, tried to tell you. So, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Mike Epps and Mr. Shannon Sharpe. So, Mike Epps went on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay, and did an over 3-hour interview. And it was good from beginning to the end, I must say.
It was.
Just to give a little short history, it's been 2 years to the month of the Cat Williams interview shaking the world. One of the things that was that was occurring after that interview dropped was that Mike Epps got mentioned in the interview. I don't remember exactly what was said, but he did get mentioned in the interview. And Mike Epps had an interview shortly after and mentioned Shannon Sharpe and mentioned Cat Williams. And he felt like Shannon Sharpe egged on the situation and was kind of like instigating in the interview. So he wasn't really rocking with that. Of course, word got back to Shannon. Shannon was upset about it and whatnot, and was like, I'm gonna be in your city, I'm gonna pull up, blah blah blah. So they ended up, meeting in person and having a conversation amongst men, and ended up coming to an understanding. And then they let the world know that they came to an understanding, and with a photo that they posted on social media. And so the beef was pretty much squashed at that point. And like I said, that was about 2 years ago. So he does the interview with Club Shay now, and they went over pretty much everything. They did start out talking about that little situation that they had, and they went over all kinds of things. Mike Epps, I don't know if a lot of people know his story, but he is from Indianapolis, and he wasn't good in school, so he ended up going to Job Corps in Detroit, but then he eventually became a drug dealer, and then he ended up going to jail. I think he did like 2 years.
Disclaimer:
Mm-hmm.
Job Corps does not make you go to jail. I'm a Job Corps affiliate. We're not gonna.
Yeah, I didn't say that Job Corps.
We didn't say that, but it's just it was the topic of that, I am a graduate from Job Corps.
Yeah.
I haven't done any real time.
Yeah.
So let's just
So
put that disclaimer out.
yeah. No, Job Corps does not teach you how to go to jail. So but but yeah, so he ended up doing 2 years, and then he started getting into comedy, and he eventually moved to LA, and he did the typical comedy run where you're a broke comedian going to all the little small clubs and stuff like that until he got his big break. He did the movie Three Strikes, and then he did Next Friday, and he went on from there. He had like a very, very, very short scene in Three Strikes, but yeah.
That scene is a
So
classic.
yeah,
That
the
scene is
scene
a
was
classic.
you remember the scene more than you remember the whole movie, like, because who wears cowboy boots with shorts in the barbershop? That's just
Listen, cowboy boots and basketball shorts
right in the
is,
barbershop,
is, is top tier.
and then sat in the chair like a pimp. So yeah, he pretty much told his story. He told about his family life. He told about his upbringing, his parents, his kids, his wives, um, why his first marriage broke up, how he is as a father. Uh, he talked about coming up in the comedy scene. He went over all things Mike Epps. So, yeah, it was a very good interview. The thing with Mike Epps is that he says funny stuff, but he says it like he's serious. So you really can't tell if he's telling a joke or if he's dead ass, and that makes it even more funny. You know, but I had wrote in the comments, I was like, he comes off as mean, but he just over it, and I don't blame him. You know, because there's just certain things where he was just like it sounds like a joke, but I think he may have been dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just his comedy style. He did that a lot. He cussed a lot.
I mean, that's what he does.
Yes, but the reason why I brought that up is because like over an hour into the interview, that's when he was like, "Can I cuss?"
Yeah.
You been cussing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was real funny.
Right? Like I was like, wait, huh?
That's real funny. That's
Yeah.
when you know. That's when you know an individual is used to be a coke addict.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah, he did talk about that as well.
they'll run, they'll go on a run, and then they'll be like, "Oh shit, can I do this?"
Right,
Like,
right.
you've been doing this, my dude.
Right. I mean, why ask now, you know? But yeah. Yeah, it was a really good interview. What did you think about the interview?
I really enjoyed it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I really do think when Mike Epps sits down and talks to people, he is the funniest person around.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Every interview or anything I've seen with him, when he is actually just like sitting there and having a conversation, um, top tier, one of the funniest people you are ever gonna meet in life.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his stand up, and the
Yeah.
only reason why I'm not a fan of his stand up is because he waits for people to react to his jokes. At first, I used to, and just to be quite honest, I used to say Mike Epps is not funny.
I
He's
used
just
to think
being
that too.
goofy.
I used to hear too.
And so, as I've gotten older and I've started watching his comedy, I've realized the reason why I don't believe that he's funny is he waits for people's reactions. And the some of the funniest comics I've ever seen doesn't wait for somebody's reaction. If you laugh, and then I'm gonna move on to another joke. Mike waits for a reaction. and then he tries to pick it up. Like he'll give himself a 5 to 10 second stop to see if people are laughing. And I think that if he stops doing that and he continues to do what he's doing when he's having a conversation, Mike Epps is probably one of the funniest people alive. I'm not even gonna lie. That whole interview, I not only got knowledge of who he was, but I was laughing the whole way through. Like that first 30 minutes, fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Man, I love when he was like, nigga, you gonna take your jacket? I'm gonna take my jacket. You got me.
Right.
Like that shit. I'm like, see, this is how you know he from that town. Like,
yeah.
Like you can try that shit, big fella.
Right.
You can try it if you want to.
Right.
Like, but yeah, I think for me the interview for me was really, really dope. It was really, really funny. And also it was one of those things where a lot of people don't really peer into comedians' lives or just that comedian era, like that he grew up in, that cloth that he grew up in on. Like, as you getting older, you have to have tough skin like that. This is a gladiator sport. A lot of people don't understand how much comedians have to fight to be where they're at.
Yeah.
And I really do respect like how he was and how he even tackled like certain things that he had been through. And he just realized it just made him sharper because iron sharpens iron. And like even with the people that quote unquote everybody said was better than him, it made him better. And and made his and made his drive better, made his hustle better. And so I respect that. Like I respect how and now that he's getting the understanding of nobody's trying to bully you, Mike Epps. It's just the way the world is. How he approaches that, I really do respect that like a lot. Like I'm like, oh no, like I think other comedians need to even watch that and realize like, oh no, this is it just is what it is. Like because without him saying it, because he didn't say it, but without him saying it, we got to understand, especially as Black comedians, they only push one.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
only push one. It'll be 30 great Black comedians. They only gonna push one.
Yep.
You got to realize what your lane is, and you got to realize where your money is, and you got to stick to that. You can't try to do what everybody else is doing.
Yep. That's true. That is definitely true. It's only room for one for whatever reason. You know. And the other people, like the older people gotta move to the side.
Yeah.
The younger people gotta wait their turn. Yeah. So
I do respect because he didn't say it, but in the from watching that interview and the best way he could professionally, he said that shit.
Yeah. And you can kind of tell in the moves that he's making now with his tours, you know. So he's touring with younger people, the up and coming people and stuff like that. So you can definitely tell with the moves that he makes, you know. And then on top of that, he's doing the same thing that somebody did for him.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. They also talked about, his Hollywood success. And they talked about the Friday After Next situation with Ricky Smiley and Cat Williams. Yeah, because now all of them have been on Club Shay Shay. All three of them have been on Club Shay Shay. Now all he need to do is get Ice Cube on Club Shay Shay. Yeah. So he talked about how he got the role. And he also talked about other roles and how he's done, dramatic roles, and how he's done the TV and what have you. And you you get to starting to think about it, and you're like, he has done a really great job in Hollywood,
Yeah.
you know. Some of the roles that he's done has just been iconic, and we didn't even know it in the beginning how iconic it was. You know what I'm saying? Because like when Next Friday came out and he was virtually unknown, a lot of people was mad.
Yeah, they was.
We all wanted Chris Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was.
So it wasn't until years later that we appreciated Mike Epps and what he brought to Next Friday. You know what I mean? And like he did a great job. You know, like it was meant to be the way it went down. It was meant to be.
I will stand on this horse by myself, and I will always say, because a lot of people have this whole conjunction when I say this. But Friday After Next, hands down, is quite one of the funniest movies you are ever going to watch. Maybe, and it's a maybe, and I
Mhm.
always say this to people, but maybe better than the first Friday. The first Friday was iconic. So let's put that there. The first Friday is iconic. One of the best movies that you were ever gonna see. But on a comedic level, how funny Next Friday was, it's probably one of the best comedies you are going to see. Because it was so many comedians there
Yeah.
and so many veterans there. And
Hmm.
before even this interview, I said that I always say this, like, everybody showed the fuck out in that movie. Like even Terry Crews. Everybody
Yeah.
showed out in this movie. You have to respect the iconic funniness that Next Friday is.
That's
I'm
Friday
not
after next.
saying that it's going to top Friday. I'm saying on a funny level, way more funny. It had Friday had more substance in it at the end, like at the end of the movie. You got to do this, and you got to be a man, and you got to, like, that's what Friday gave you.
Friday
Next
got a
Friday
better
gave you a
story.
bunch of fucking laughter, from raunchy to just being funny.
You're talking about Friday after next.
Yeah, Friday After Next. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like you have to give them that.
Yeah. 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 Well, absolutely. Yeah. Friday after next had a lot of comedy in it. A lot of comedy greats in it. And it definitely is up there. Like if you had to rank them, I would say Friday and then Friday after next and then next Friday. But they're all great. They're all great movies.
All of them are great movies. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, at one point when you just got, come on, man, like, from people that are not even comedic stars,
Hmm.
that was funny. And like, so let's talk about Friday. Friday was a good movie.
Hmm.
Neil Long in it,
Hmm.
Tiny Zeus in it, um, uh,
Regina King,
Regina King's in it, all
John
these,
Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon, like all of these, it's a great movie. And then
Hmm.
you go to Next Friday, where we
Hmm.
introduce Day Day.
Yeah. So you have Mike Epps, you have Don DC Curry, you have what's her name? What was the girlfriend name?
I will have to look it up. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me look it up.
Kim Whitley. Yeah. Kim
Kim
Whitley.
Whitley.
Yeah, you have Kim Whitley. You have
You got Lady of Rage in this
Lady of
bitch.
Rage. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
So speaking of people that were in next Friday, the white boy Roach,
Roach.
you know he's
Uh,
dead.
you said what?
He's dead. I
Get
keep
out of
forget-
here.
I
Are you
keep
serious?
forgetting. No, I'm for real, and I keep forgetting to look up how he died. Let's see. Next Friday. Yeah, I saw one of those AI videos where they have the people walking
Mm-hmm.
and they had wings behind him. Justin Pierce is his name. He died in 2000. So he died the same year that the damn movie came out.
Oh, that's wild.
Wow. Suicide. Are you kidding me?
Mm. Mm.
And he was on Malcolm in the Middle?
Was he? I didn't really watch Malcolm in the Middle like that, so I can't act like that. Like
Yeah. He was from Britain.
he was from Britain.
It says British American actor and skateboarder.
Could have fooled me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So next Friday,
He was born in London and raised in New York.
then that makes sense.
Yeah. And he was a skateboarder and a actor.
So you got Mike Epps, John Witherspoon, Don Curry, Kim Whitley, Michael Blackson. You got. I'm just going over the comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. Okay. So that was the comedians. But then you have people who are dramatic actors that were completely great. And then okay, Justin Pierce, I don't know what type of actor he was, but he was really great at roles. But you got other people that were completely funny that are
Mm-hmm.
dramatic actors. Jacob Vargas as Joker is probably hands down one of the best comedic roles you are ever going to see.
Mm-hmm. No more like
No
doors.
more locked
Gracias.
doors. I'm bilingual. It's a
The
difference.
difference. Right.
Clifton
Bang the
Powell.
wire. Bang the wire. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
You fucking my dog, eh?
Right.
You fucking my dog, eh? Like nobody knew
Right.
Jacob Vargas was gonna be who he is because Jacob Vargas is one of the a top tier iconic actor.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that you said that like that
Mm.
because no, we can go. You can go over his movie line. I ain't gonna do it here, but I'm saying go over his movie. He's had great movies, but he's not a comedian. But he had one of the most comedic roles in that movie, and he showed up and showed out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tenfold.
And then you
Tenfold.
got Clifton Powell. Like let's not act like Pinky is not iconic.
Oh, Pinky is so iconic. Pinky, nigga. Get not say. Get not say. Don't you shut. Don't you say fuck word.
And then we gonna talk about Baby Joker. Ain't nobody talking about Baby Joker. This nigga's bigger than everybody, and he's Baby Joker.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, dude, next Friday has got to be hands down one of the funniest movies for my generation. I can't speak for everybody else, but for
Yeah.
my generation, next Friday was one of the best movies that ever came out.
Next Friday is good. Next Friday is good. Friday next after. I mean Friday next after. Friday after next is good as well. Um.
Friday after next was completely great. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that whole sophomore jinx didn't happen for next Friday.
No, it didn't. It's just when you set the bar as high as Chris Tucker did, you can't. I mean, there's no way, because like Day Day is a completely different character. Under normal circumstances, would not be compared to Smokey, but because it was compared to Smokey, people was just like, next Friday is trash. But I
The people
believe
that say that
I
are the
would,
people that are assholes.
but that was back then. I never said it,
I'm
but
about
that
to say
was
because
back
I
then.
didn't say it either because it was like
Yeah.
it's two different characters. It's Smokey, which is my man from the hood. That's my guy. That's my man, 100 grand.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then Day Day is my cousin who daddy moved him to the suburbs but was still making him, he was raising him like a nigga. So he didn't know no better. But he didn't have any of the hood ways I had. He just
Well,
had
he
the
did.
hood talk.
He did, but
He just had the
I
hood. He didn't have nothing. Come on, man. You got to think about it. If Day Day was raised like he was supposed to be raised, he would have never fell victim to, man, she had beer on her breath. I see she had a beer belly. I just stopped. You know, like, the fuck, like this bitch.
no, no. That doesn't have nothing to do with you being born in the hood or not.
I'm
That
just saying, this nigga
is
was,
just
the
because
nigga
he
was
was
naive.
born.
That Day
You
Day,
can be naive and be born and raised in the hood.
you can be. But Mike Epps portrayed an individual who daddy grew up in the hood, but he never did.
He
But
did.
he,
That's what I'm saying. When you go back and watch next Friday, because they go over it real fast.
they
When you
do.
go back,
Where
when you go back and watch it, they just moved out to Rancho Cucamonga probably like a couple years before. It wasn't that long that they was out there, and Day was already grown when they got out there, because they got out there because they won that lottery.
they won the lottery and he got
Yeah.
up out of there. Now, what I'm saying is, Day Day portrayed. I'm not saying that how they put the format of it on. I'm just
Hmm.
saying Day Day portrayed the shit that you see nowadays. That's why it was more relatable. Of somebody that grew up in the suburbs or was in the suburbs, but still because of how they daddy was, act like they was hood. Nigga, you ain't hood. Even when you was hood, you wasn't hood.
Yeah.
That's why it kicked off because it was more relatable. All of us knew niggas
Hmm.
like
Yeah. Okay, so I get what you're saying now. Yeah, because he never was hood.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us knew niggas like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shit,
Yeah.
motherfuckers used to say I was that. Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers used to be like, man, he don't know shit. Why? Until OGs was like, hey man, like, why you really trying to play with this nigga like that? And he was like,
Mhm.
well, he never did nothing around me because we don't bring you around him. Like, and that was and hands to
Yeah.
the Bible. That was the whole thing. It was, shit. I got OGs. It was like, nah, we wasn't bringing that nigga around you weirdos. Like, you niggas was being weird.
Right. Right. Like y'all weird in real life.
Yeah, y'all weird. And y'all do dumb shit. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all be drugging bitches and be trying to run trains. Get that nigga away from there before you get a case and he ain't got shit to do with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, but in that scenario of Day Day, like Day Day was more relatable to a lot of people. I think that's why that movie hit like it hit.
And it probably is the reason why it hit when it hit, because like I said, when Next Friday came out, people was not feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it had to breathe for a bit, and it had to grow on people for a bit, and people had to see it more than once and see it on TV at home and all that kind of stuff before folks was really like, all right, you know, because it is a really good movie, you know. But like I said, when the bar is set so high by a legendary actor, a legendary character, as Smokey, as Chris Tucker, and then we turn around and get a virtually unknown person, and this is a lot of our first time seeing him, and he's a different type of individual that's automatically being compared to a Smokey, we automatically are turned off. We only hear out of nostalgia and out of our love for Ice Cube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're automatically turned off. So it wasn't fair at first. It just was what it was because that's how people are. We're loyal. We're loyal to a fault sometimes. But
I mean, we are, but I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not, and I hate to say it like that, but like, I mean, just to be quite honest, like, I grew up not knowing my family. I grew up not knowing my dad. So that movie, I thought was good. I thought from the jump, soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, this is a good ass movie. Most people was. I ain't even gonna lie. It was a lot of people that I knew that was like, man, I don't know. I don't want to see it. And I'm like, nah, y'all gotta go see this goddamn movie. This movie is funny as hell.
mm, the movie is good. The movie, obviously, because everybody likes it now. But back then, I thought the movie was good. But I used to hear a lot of people be like, "Oh, that movie ain't good. Oh, I fell asleep. Oh, it ain't funny." You know what I'm saying? Like I heard that a lot when that movie came out. So it took me a minute to even see it. But when I saw it, I was like, "It's decent. I like it. I don't know what y'all on, but I like it."
So
So
I'm a bootleg king, so I got it the weekend that it came out. That Sunday, I had that bootleg.
yeah.
And I had to shout out to J Bone.
And he's still out here.
And he's still out here. Shout out to J Bone, because J Bone had that shit and he had good quality. He said it. He said, nah, this good quality. It's gonna be like you watching it in the movies. And he was right.
Mm-hmm.
And he was right. It was like I was right in the movies watching this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good as a movie. I was like, oh shit. And I just let everybody watch it. When you came over my crib, everybody was watching next Friday.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how I know. And I ain't even gonna humble brag with this. Fuck that. Because a lot of people in my hood and I guess in Kansas City in general didn't know anything about Cat Williams. In my hood, we knew about Cat Williams because everybody in my hood was going over my crib watching Next Friday.
He was not in Next Friday. It was Friday After Next.
Excuse me. Okay, you're right. It was Friday After Next. He was in.
But prior to Friday After Next, I did not know him. Because when he was Cat in the Hat and he was on Comic View and all that kind of stuff, it was after I stopped watching it. So I did not see him when he was, on TV making the rounds and stuff. My first time seeing him was Friday After Next.
Yeah, a lot of people, because I kept on getting those. I kept on getting the Friday movies.
Yeah.
I always thought I was never like, no man, the movie's trash. I kept on getting them motherfuckers. Shit, I was watching the car wash. Like that's I was getting anything that them niggas was making, anything that black people was making. I was buying that shit on bootleg.
Oh yeah, I did. I went to the movies and saw The Wash.
Nah, I was just buying the shit on bootleg. I ain't even. Yeah. I wasn't going to. I'm one of those people that is not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I was giving AMC all my money. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was a part of the problem, y'all. I was a part of the reason why y'all don't have movie theaters now. And I was part of the problem.
Yeah, but that was that was a real good trilogy, Now, do you think we'll ever get The Last Friday?
Well, he said that they already are writing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're ever gonna get it, but the fact that they're writing it, I don't know. I would love to see it. I would love to see Day Day, Ice Cube, or Craig and Smokey together as old man. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say this with the utmost respect, I want them to end on a good note, like because the last Bad Boys was dope to me.
It was better than 3.
It was way better than 3. Like
3
I like Bad Boys 1.
Hell off.
Bad Boys 2 was okay, Bad Boys 3 was trash, and then that final Bad Boys where it brung everything together was amazing. So
Yeah.
I would love to see that type of interaction, which with the Friday movies, they were just good, and I would love to see great.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say good, good, good.
Well, I
I
ain't
would
saying it
say
like that. I'm just saying
no,
like, and that they never fell off. Bad Boys fell
no,
off.
no. Bad Boys did fall off, and it's funny that you were thinking of Bad Boys because I was thinking of Bad Boys too, because Bad Boys and Friday came out the same summer, and I remember seeing them both in the theater. And my mama took us to go see Friday. My mama took us to go see Friday, and me, my sister, and my cousin went to go see Bad Boys. But yeah, yeah, it was a summer of '95.
Somewhere in '95. God
Yeah,
damn,
and we saw it at Bannister
children.
Square. You remember Bannister Square?
Man,
Yeah, we saw it at Bannister Square.
I
So yeah,
never went to the movies in Bannister. I always went to Warwick
really,
Parkway,
really,
or I always went to Broadwood. Like I grew up around
Broadway.
Broadwood, so I would just wait for movies to come out, and they be in the and they be there for a couple of weeks, and then they would send them to Broadwood because I could literally like walk to Broadwood when I was
Yeah,
growing up.
yeah, yeah. I remember seeing movies in Broadway. I also remember seeing movies in Grandview. Remember the Dollar Theater was in Grandview. I saw The Matrix out
Yep.
there. Yep, and then Independence, the Dollar Theater in Independence.
I
That was
went
probably
to the
like the
Dollar
last
Theater
one.
in Independence like one time, and I was like, and I told myself even as a kid, I would never go there again. And the only reason why I say that, and it's no downplay to anybody when I say this, but I was a kid and I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and um, I went to the Dollar Theater in Independence, and I watched three women where most niggas would be like, "Oh man, you tripping? Why?" But I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. I watched three women touching and kissing on each other, and I was like, "Nope, I'm never coming to hear it again. I'm never coming here again. Like my mother is not gonna approve of this."
Right, right. I don't want no issues.
Well, yeah, I don't never want her to be like, "I'm not bringing you out here. You ain't got to worry about it, ma'am."
Right. Yeah. Well, I never saw that when I went to Independence, but yeah, I do remember going to that Independence Dollar Theater. Um, and I think that may have been like the last Dollar Theater we had. But yeah. But yeah, so we went on a left, but it was sort of related.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, the Mike Epps interview was iconic, and it's a great interview. When I was watching the interview, I watched how many views. At the time I was watching it, it had
Mhm.
1.2 million views.
Yeah. And that was like within a day. It was in the millions.
Yeah, so it was very iconic. It was very real. Mike Epps kept it 100. That's one thing I think a lot of people love about Mike. As much as people say, he's a better actor, or he's not a good comedian, or he's a good actor, and or he's a good comedian and he's not good of an actor. Whatever you want to say about him, um, the fact that he's authentic with himself,
Hmm.
that interview right there is top tier. To bring in like, especially the New Year, like one thing about Shannon has been, and he will give you a banger in the beginning of the year. He gave
Yeah.
you a banger with this. If you don't
Yeah.
think this is a banger, if you ain't got shit to do for 3 hours, go ahead and watch it. You're gonna love every bit about it.
Yeah.
And that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. And I think he don't get a lot of credit for this. He's a really great dramatic actor as well.
Oh yeah, he hands down. He's an
Yeah.
actor. He's a top tier actor.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. He asked him what's the hardest thing about acting, and he was like remembering the lines. So, and he was so dead ass. He was like remembering the lines. But then he also said, which I did not know this, but when he did The Hangover, he said that there was like big ass screens for John Goodman so that John Goodman can read his lines because he forgets a lot. And even still, he was forgetting lines. He was like, that is the hardest thing about it. And it's just like, wow, the John Goodman forgets lines?
Well, this
Unheard of.
this is why you like acting so much, because a lot of times, like even Mike Epps said, all of that's a template. The script is a template.
Yeah.
Like only thing you need is maybe 4 or 5 sentences off this template, and then you need to go off the cuff.
Hmm.
Like and that's just one of those.
But everybody
And
can't do that.
everybody can't do that. Just I can just say this, in the field that I'm in now, they give you a million scripts to go through. And after a while, like you trying to read it and go over this and trying to spill it to real people, after a while you just be like, no, I need this part, I need this part, and I need this part, and the rest of this shit I need to just do myself,
Yeah.
because it has to be a human form in this. Like,
Yeah.
and I get, people want you to go word for word on certain things, but like, no, you got it. You have to make it work for you as the person that you are in that moment, especially as an actor or a comedian. Like, it has to suit whatever role you're trying to play. So even though they design this script and they say, yeah, this script is for you, you're supposed to look at that, take that in, and then start throwing out all the fluff,
Yeah.
and then just being you. I think the problem with John Goodman is as good as an actor he is, he relies on the script.
Hmm.
Most great actors, and I can't say most, I would just go off of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is one of those people where he'll read a script and then he'll come to the studio with not a script in hand. And he'll go to makeup and they'll be like, you own in 5 minutes, do you need a script? He's like, fuck no, I don't. Because all I need to know is what line he's gonna say and what line he's gonna say, and I'm gonna move just the way the fuck I move, because
Yeah.
I'm goddamn Cruise.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But it was still like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Still a wow moment to hear about John Goodman still, or not still, but just to hear it, period, that he forgets lines and they really be trying to help him and he still forget. Yeah.
Man, you got to think, John Goodman been doing this for years,
Mm.
and no downplay, and because it's no down play to John Goodman, because John Goodman is elite.
Oh yeah, top tier.
But it's one of those things where if you want me to just completely go with everything you just said, you probably are going to know what I'm saying. I'm probably going to forget a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say, hey, John, ad lib these next scripts, he's probably going to be like, all right, fuck it, grab my beer, and do his
Oh
thing.
yeah, 100%. Because he would ad lib every now and again on Roseanne. You know,
Do
so
the like, and I could be wrong, but I'm saying like in the series he's in now, where he's playing a preacher.
oh yeah, the righteous gemstones.
The righteous gems, you can tell half of that is
It
half of the
is.
things he's saying is not scripted at all.
Yeah, yeah. It's improv. The son, the older son, I forget his name in real life, but he's one of the writers and creators of that show. And that's how he writes.
Okay.
And also, just a fun fact, he's also one of the people that brought back Halloween.
Mm.
He's behind the new ideation of Halloween. But yes. So yeah, so that was Mike Epps on Club Shay Shay. So, our last story, unfortunately, ending on a sad note, but ICE agents,
Ice.
ICE agents, are in Minnesota, doing what they do, terrorizing the community, one illegal immigrant at a time. And some people are really upset that they're there. And there was one particular lady that they had an interaction with that unfortunately it resulted in her unfortunate death. Unveil the Real is watching. Hey, what's going on?
What up, Unveil the Real? Like you
Yeah.
jumped out, you jumped out of mine and jumped on her.
So, yeah,
It's all good, big bro.
right, right. Thank you for those gifts. Appreciate it. So yeah,
Big love, fam.
yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, she passed away. Her name is Renee Nicole Macklin Good. She was 37 years old. She was from Kansas City and moved to Minnesota with her wife. She had a kid. I think he was 6. And the footage is all over the internet of the moment that ended her life. She was in an SUV. She was waving the traffic to go past her. One car, when the video starts, one car was passing her, and then she was waving the other car to pass her. But it was the ICE agents. They got out the car, was walking towards her, wanting her to exit her car. Um, in a panic, she put her car in reverse and then she put it in forward. And she had cut her wheels to the right, going the opposite direction of the agents. And when she put it in drive to drive off, one of the agents shot her 3 times, one of them being in the head. And, that killed her. And the car um, crashed into a light pole and then another car. This was in a residential neighborhood. There were a bunch of people outside recording, yelling, screaming, crying. They tried to go to the car to assist her with aid. The ICE agents refused them access. One of them was yelling at them, saying, "I am a physician. Please let me check her." They told him no. They told him they have their own medics on the way.
Yep.
It took the medics 15 minutes to get there. And but unfortunately, I don't think there was anything anybody could do because like I said, one of them was a shot to the head. So just want to send our condolences to that family. May she rest in peace. I've heard nothing but good things about her. Um, because like I said, she was from here. So I do know people that knew her and they didn't say anything bad about her. Said she was a nice, sweet person. So yeah, they have been doing vigils, candlelight vigils in Minnesota behind this. Um, ICE agents have been showing up. Well, I don't know if it's just ICE, so I would say federal agents. Federal agents have been showing up trying to disperse the crowd, kicking over candles, all kinds of BS. Um, Also, because this was a murder in the state of Minnesota, it's a state investigation. Initially, because they are talking about a federal agent, the FBI got involved, and it was a joint effort between the state and the FBI. Now the FBI has completely taken over the investigation and has cut the state out completely. One article I did see right before we got on was talking about how the state official or officers are now asking the public if you have any type of video footage, send it to us. So it sounds like they're going to go ahead and proceed with the investigation. Um, of course, the White House has been talking about it, talking very negatively about the lady. Like any negative information has even come out about her. But okay, they're trying to call her a domestic terrorist, saying that she was intentionally trying to run over one of the cops. Which in a video you clearly can see that was not the case. Um, and it's just a real sad situation right now. And it's all because of these idiots that took a job to kick people out of the country, and she was a native. That's the killer part. And with this situation happening in Minnesota, it's overshadowing a situation that happened out in California with ICE agents and a black man. They killed a black man. So yeah, um, it's very unfortunate. So, what are your thoughts about
First and foremost, can we just all say fuck ICE?
it? Yeah.
Like, can we all just say that? Like, can we just go into the realization of, like, for real, just like fuck ICE and everything that it stands for? So I'm gonna play devil's advocate with this, but I'm not gonna downplay that they literally murdered not only a black man but a white woman. But I will say this: ICE agents are sellouts. They are bigots. They are really terrorists for the government, and they are, without intense purposes, because I know a lot of them aren't black, but they're all bitch ass niggas.
Yeah.
You think $150,000 a year gives you the right to kick somebody out of America who is not disturbing America? How y'all say that they're disturbing America? Let's just do this, and then I'm gonna move on from this. I got told when I was young to never underestimate a soft nigga, because a soft nigga will kill you before a real nigga does. These soft niggas found a way to get a badge and get entitlement and kill a lady for just intervening. And I understand, because some people are going to have this assumption of she shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have did what she did, or she hit this officer.
Or
We've all seen civilians do the utmost and not get killed out there. Not black ones, but white ones. We've seen white people do the utmost and not get slaughtered in the middle of the street. But ICE, they feel like they can slaughter anybody in the street. I want to make this make sense to everybody. So ICE is against immigrants. They're trying to get illegal immigrants out of here. But what nobody tells you is the majority of these ICE individuals are children of immigrants or black and or brown. These are sellouts. These are soft ass niggas that have been taking the Kool-Aid or drinking the Kool-Aid that think that they're doing a righteous thing. And these are soft-footed niggas. Sorry, have to say it out loud. For my people that know what I do in real life, I hate to be that person that acts like I'm not who I am, but I have to call out bullshit when I call out bullshit, and I have to be the person I am. These are soft cowards that need a badge to do bullshit. Clearly, that lady didn't even attempt to run that man over, and she still ended up getting killed for it. And they're trying to plead self-defense, and they're trying to call her a domestic terrorist. Are we not paying attention to how fucked up ICE is? ICE ain't shit. ICE is doing things that we should not do as America. Listen, y'all. America is built off immigrants. Again, I'll say it again. America is built off immigrants from any nationality. Black, Asian, European. This country is built off immigrants. So how dare us be a country where we're trying to shoot and kill or deport immigrants? We are hypocrisy at its standpoint. Now, with that being said, should that white lady interfere and do what she did? Yes, you can say no. You can say whatever you want to say about it. I'm going to say this. I don't think she should have did what she did as far as trying to block. But that doesn't condone her getting shot in the face for it.
Nope.
At any given Sunday. So we have to understand that. Now, let's get into the bigger picture. They want us to be in an uproar over this and feud against each other because of what they've been doing overseas. If y'all don't know what they've been doing overseas, y'all are giving an uproar about, or excuse me, not an uproar, but y'all are talking about Venezuela. But understand, everything that America did in Venezuela is illegal.
Yep.
And so they're going to give you this fluff for us to be arguing with each other, for people that agree with ICE and people that don't agree with ICE. They want us to argue so we don't pay attention to everything that they just did was illegal. Because they want every resource that Venezuela has. And they're going to get it. And so the best thing I would tell anybody to do, as much as you don't like it, is pay attention to big oil and big refinery and try to invest in it as much as possible. And then once you get in there, get you enough money and stop worrying about what the fuck they're doing, because they don't give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, it's all about the almighty dollar. It ain't about what we're arguing about. Rest in peace to that black man, and rest in peace to that white woman that lost their life because ICE employs soft, cowardly individuals that as soon as they get a badge, they feel like they dick as big as mine. At the same time, pay attention to what the government is doing. The government is giving you this so you don't pay attention to what they're doing. They're doing illegal tactics in order to get personal gain. And we're going to lose people over it. It's the whole thing about this is, if you don't understand we're in a communist United States, then this should show you. Because they're going to do some illegal shit over there, and then they're going to make a martyr over here, because she's a martyr. Not the black man, because nobody talks about that. But she's going to be a martyr, and everybody's going to talk about this for the next maybe month, 2 months, and they're gonna roll what they've been doing so far.
Mm-hmm.
And the rich are gonna get richer, and we just gonna be sitting here talking about how fucked up it is, and we're never gonna get a leg up. Pay attention to what's going on, invest in what they're investing. Um, just to be quite fair, a lot of us don't got much, but income tax is coming. If you can invest $1,000 in what the government is investing in, I can guarantee you in the next couple of years, you're gonna be okay. I ain't saying you're gonna be a millionaire, but you're gonna have more money than you thought you was gonna have. But pay attention to what the government's doing and stop trying to listen to the fluff. Now, when I say the fluff, no, it's a tragedy that these two individuals died, but they're gonna feed you this instead of feeding you the truth of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna end it at that because I hate that sometimes I get in these rants and then people be like, nah, he be high, he be drinking, he mushroom. Like, no, like the government ain't shit, and the government is giving you this purposely so they can do some bullshit on the side. Again, no downplay to the death of this young lady, and no death to the death of this or excuse me, no downplay to the death of that young black male that died. At the same time, they're giving you this so we can have a reason to argue with each other, y'all.
Yeah.
So they can continue to play under our noses and think we dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to what the government's doing. Sometimes you got to do like. Sometimes we all have to think how big business works, and when I say this, a lot of people gonna get mad at me. But I got taught this a long time ago when I was a kid. My Uncle Lewis told me, don't worry about collateral damage. Worry about what you can do after it.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make us focus on collateral damage. That's going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
You got a bitch that's fucking on you and you leave her, that's collateral damage. You need to worry about what you're going to do after. If you got a nigga, or excuse me, a man or a woman that you dealing with, and they do some false shit and you got to get up out of there, that's collateral damage. You got to figure out what you're going to do after that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop tripping off the collateral damage. Worry about what's going on in real time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be done with that because listen. I've had a lot of people like, nah, you need to be focused on. At one point, you need to be paying attention to I've been paying attention to it. I know what it is. They've been doing this shit to us.
Right.
They've been playing it. They've been playing these. Make them not like each other. Make them do this. Come on, like let's get to the timeline of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They started off with black women don't like black men because black men start dating white women. Then it got to cisgender individuals don't like transgender individuals or individuals that are gender fluid. Then they got to just the rigmarole of it. A boy is technically not a boy because of this, or a girl is technically not a boy because of or not a girl because of this, because they feel a certain way, and having people argue with it. And then they start and then they try to put God in it. This is what the government been doing.
Yeah.
And then they give you this where they got two people that they killed that ain't got nothing to do with ICE.
Right.
And they want us to keep fighting. Man, come on, man. If we ain't paying attention to this, we lost as a people, as all of a people. We lost if we ain't paying attention to this. Right. At one point, we need to be like, hey, check this out. What y'all really want for real? And let us get a pot in that and let us do what the fuck we want to do after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my rant. Like I told you, I was like, I'm gonna hold it until I get on here because I'm like, dude, I was at work like, man, this shit. I'm talking about. You know how you have like those like, I don't know if you take pre-workouts, but like If you take a pre-workout and you got those jitters where like, oh, I gotta say this. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I've been like at work, like, oh, I really need to say this, but I have to be professional.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's hard. It's hard to keep the professionalism when you have to talk about situations like this, you know, because it just like it's some straight up BS, like straight up. But yeah, like I said before, we do definitely want to send our condolences to those families, and may those people rest in peace. May justice find that ICE agent swiftly, and yeah, may the citizens of Minnesota be able to sleep at night, at least halfway decent as Trump and that damn press secretary sleep. Because I know, anyway, yeah. So
yeah,
that
I,
that story, yeah, that's that story. Of course, we have any updates or whatnot because it just seems like it's something new every day with that situation. So yeah, we'll come back with updates and what have you. So yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thought, take it away.
bet. Wu sign.
Hum.
Because that I mean, because that's a touchy subject. I ain't even gonna lie, especially with ICE,
Yeah.
because as much as I have my resolve about how they wanted black people to stand up for things, um, I still do say ICE is some bullshit. Um, but enough of that. You know what I'm saying? I will say this: American people, all of us, black, white, brown, blue, purple, all nationalities, all of that. If you have a citizenship here, American people, pay attention to exactly what they're trying to feed you and exactly what they're trying to hold from you. And the reason why I say this is because moving forward, all of us have family, all of us have, if you do have children, and if you have nieces and nephews and descendants that are going to be or that are going to live beyond you, what you have to understand is we all have to teach them that a lot of lies have been told. And we have to debunk that from individuals because that's how they continue this onslaught of terrorism and racism because they're all living on a bed of lies. None of us really, all of us have this idea of we don't like each other because of what we've been told until we start hanging out with each other. And then we start realizing a lot of things we've been told have been lies. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I'm saying for the most part, it has been on a bed of lies. You have to get your own discernment to understand who you gonna rock with and who you ain't gonna rock with. It just is what it is. And when you rock with them, stick to your core. Stick to it.
Mhm.
Stick to the people that rock with you. Don't rock with the people that don't rock with you. You know, and the immortal words of every rapper, ain't no love for the other side. Stay on your side. Because that's the only way we're gonna get through this. Come on, this is 2026, y'all. Happy New Year.
Mhm.
And we really got to pay attention to who rocks with us and who doesn't. And when you realize that, whatever comes, either you're going to live peacefully or you're going to die satisfied. And I'm going to stand on that. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yeah. Well, thank you for Jerry's final thought. And this is episode 186 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 187. Bye.
Exactly.